Ezra, perek, Gimel. Vayiga hachodesh hashvi'i, the seventh month came. If you count, that's Nisan, Iyar, Sivan, Tammuz, Av, Elul, Tishrei, the month of Tishrei, since we always begin counting from the month of Nisan, from Yetziat Mitzrayim. Ubnei Israel be'arim, and Bnei Israel are in their cities. As we saw before, they returned to the cities where they originally resided before Churban Bayit Rishon. Vayesvu ha'am, and the nation gathered, ki'ish echad, like one man, showing great achdut amongst each other, El Yerushalayim, and they returned to Yerushalayim and the cities surrounding her. Vayakam Yeshua ben Yotzadak. Firstly, Yeshua, who we saw is the Kohen Gadol, gets up, ve'achav haKohanim, with the lower Kohanim, Uzrubavel ben Shaltiel, and Zerubbabel, the political leader, who is a descendant, like we said, of David HaMelech, ben Shaltiel, ve'achav gets up with some of his officers, Vayivnu et Mizbach Hashem Elokei Yisrael, and they actually begin the building, and they begin building with the Mizbeach. Why? Lahalot alav olot kakatuv, in order to bring sacrifices upon the Mizbeach, kakatuv b'Torah Moshe ish Elokim, just like the statutes are written in the book of the Torah. Again, remember, Cyrus sent them back to build the Beit HaMikdash, and they began first with the Mizbeach. Vayachinu HaMizbeach, they prepare the Mizbeach al mechonotav, on its initial beginnings, ki be'ema alehem, because they have a tremendous fear upon them, me'amei ha'aratzot. Something, for some reason, is bothering them. They are afraid of the other nations that are living in the land, and therefore they begin to bring korbanot in order to somehow make themselves feel better because of the fear that they have. They need to assuage their fears. Va'ayalu alav olot laHashem, they bring upon this mizbeach korbanot, olot la boker v'la arev, they bring korbanot both in the morning and in the evening. Vayasu et Chag HaSukkot kakatuv. Clearly, since it was the month of Tishrei, they also begin to celebrate the Chag of Sukkot. Ve'olat yom biyomo b'mispar, and each day of Sukkot has its own korbanot. Kimishpat dvar yom biyomo, just like the Torah tells us that each day of Sukkot has its own korban. V'acharei kain, and afterwards, olat tamid, they also sacrificed the olat tamid, which was the korban that was given daily. Vila Chadashim, they also started to maintain that they were always being brought the Rosh Chodesh Korban, Ulechol Moadei Hashem, and all the other Chagim that we have throughout the year, Hamikudashim, that are so holy. Ulechol Mitnadev Nidava LaHashem, and anyone who felt that a donation just spontaneously or generously should be given, also gave. Miyom echad lechodesh hashvi'i, from the first day of the seventh month, which is Aleph Tishrei, we also know is Rosh Hashanah. Heichelu, they began lahalot olot laHashem, they started giving these korbanot. Vehechal Hashem, but still the temple of Hashem, lo yusad. But we should know that the actual Beit HaMikdash is not yet even established in terms of its basis. Vayitnu kesef lachotzvim, they gave money to the people who were the wood choppers, ulacharashim, and the plowers, uma'achal umishte v'shemen, and they also made sure they had food and drink and oils for all the workers who were building the Beit HaMikdash. Latzidonim v'latzorim, for the most part, many of the workers in the Beit HaMikdash came from Sidon, which is Sidon, which is a major Phoenician city, as well as the Tzorim, the people from Tyre. Again, two big Phoenician cities up north, present-day Lebanon. If you remember, this is the same place where Shlomo HaMelech, in the first Beit HaMikdash's construction, got many of his cedar trees, also from Lebanon. Lahavi atzei arazim, here are your cedar trees coming from Lebanon, just like Shlomo HaMelech. The workers that we have now, the wood choppers and the plowers, many of them are Phoenician, and they brought their wood to El Yam Yafo, to the port of Jaffa on the Mediterranean. Kirishayon Koresh Melech Paras Alehem. And the reason why they were able to do this is because Cyrus gave them the license, the Rishayon, the permission, like the word Rishut, to do this. Because the Persian Empire right now also had sovereignty over Phoenicia.